Worst injuries ever.
Of all time.
Just one.
That is what ever means.
Ever you've ever seen. I once saw someone cut their elbow.
What? No, it's your worst injury. Your worst
you
dingo.
So I
Cut their elbow.
I
With a
guess,
paperclip.
like, so I've got like two, I guess. Like one, so I had a ooh, that's gone in number 3 straight away. Just scraped my hand slightly there. I got a prolapsed disc in my lumbar spine.
What does that mean?
So that was pretty bad. So so like obviously you've got the vertebrae in your spine, and then each one is separated by like an intervertebral disc.
Okay.
Like a kind of a squidgy like pad.
Okay.
To like yeah, and so it's just where like some of the fluid seeps out. And it can, if it's really bad, it can like push on nerves and be like debilitating, and it kind of different severities.
Terrible.
Mine was like, it wasn't super bad to the point where initially it was bad. Like, I couldn't even walk for like a while, but then when it subsided, like it was fine. I didn't notice it in everyday life, and like now I can squat and deadlift and it's absolutely fine. But like I just couldn't triple jump anymore, so I couldn't sprint flat out, and I couldn't like.
It was like straight shock stuff, right?
Yeah, impact. Yes, yeah, that's what the problem was. So I couldn't take impact.
Oof.
Wait.
Go. Well, I was just gonna say, was it hard to like walk around and sit and sleep and things like that?
Yeah, it would be more. Yeah, so if I sat down for a long, if it was like a long car journey, I'd be like,
Just
like
dying.
super bad. Yeah, it kind of
That
sucks.
sucks balls.
Yeah, I had to give up free running as well. I used to be
Wait,
like
did you really
professional
free
free running? Yeah.
Like
You
when you run
jumped
around
out, you jumped
buildings
off
and
buildings?
stuff?
I was like sponsored. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Free running.
Matt does free running?
Free
Is
running
that your
UK.
is that your
Got
other,
me.
Is that your
I'm
other
being
channel?
serious,
I
guys.
got
I
me.
don't.
I'm
I
being
feel like
serious,
like
guys.
your free running was the equivalent to the office parkour when they're jumping around and saying parkour and then jumping from.
No, it was actually quite big. Actually,
Was it a little bit better than that?
it was quite big. I
Was,
was on
were
TV.
you were you skipping desks?
I was on
to-
TV. So.
Oh really?
You were on top of the television.
Yeah,
For
that's
free
what
running?
My mum
that's
was
what
like,
you was-
"Get off the TV!"
and you were like,
"It's not gonna take
and
you
then
away."
and this is what you
Yeah.
did. This is you looked
It's a
at
flat
her in the
screen.
eye and you said parkour, and then you jumped off. You probably broke the TV,
Yeah.
and then that's how you hurt your spine.
Free run life.
That's how you hurt your
Yeah.
spine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for me, I've never really, thank the Lord, I've never had like a terrible injury from like lifting and stuff like that. But the worst thing I've ever experienced was I had a hernia when I was a little kid, and then I had to go in and get removed. And I remember so it was like a big bump that I had. It was like right in my groin.
Yeah, it's a groin.
It was a groin one. And so it was. You want to see it?
Yeah.
So it was like that's what I did though as a
Don't
kid.
offer
So-
things you
so
can't
so
deliver on.
It got removed, and then I was
small.
and then I was bedridden for like 2 weeks, and then I go back to school, right? And I'm a little kid. And kids like,
And
where
someone
were
kicks you in the balls?
No.
Oh.
Where were you? No, that was myself. So, like, where were you? And I was like, oh, I had surgery. And they're like, oh, it happened. So I'm just like walking around school,
Showing
like,
everyone.
showing people, not my wiener or anything.
Yeah.
Well, unless they asked.
And that's why.
And that was usually the teachers that would ask.
Couple years in
But
prison.
so, but I would show. It was like this big purple scar, so I would show kids. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was terrible because didn't for me the hernia, I literally couldn't feel it. It didn't hurt. It was just you could see it, right? And then when I got removed, I was like, I remember as a kid, I was thinking like, why did I take it out? This is terrible. I can't walk. I couldn't walk for like 2 days.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't walk.
You're lucky it didn't hurt you. We don't hurt it.
It didn't hurt even slightly.
It's also funny that you had it right there and you're saying you're showing people because there's this kid, Kyle George, at my old high school who literally had a developed cyst on his left nut that was this big and his other one was obviously normal size. So he would pull out his dilapidated one at the top of his waistband and just walk around and just make you look at it. It was terrible.
That has nothing to do with it.
Well, it did because you said you were going around flashing people your hernia, but his was one up because it was a full dilapidated
What was
nut.
cyst? How?
I don't know, dude. I never saw it. Luckily, I just kept hearing about this over and over. Don't go see Kyle.
Friend. Oh, Kyle, yeah.
Kyle, aka Brian.
Yeah.
I see what you're
What about you? What's
What do you
yours?
mean?
What's yours?
There's so many things.
I know that
like,
you have the
I've-
scoliosis.
I've
now.
broken like a bajillion bones. I've done like so many injuries. So I'm just thinking one that like I'm thinking about that keeps making me cringe.
Was it like?
I did actually do my
Were you
concert.
and Matt doing parkour together?
Yeah.
Off of the
And
TV.
I was
on
like-
TV
Next
with our
level.
sponsors.
They're desperately trying to stay with me.
Vibram.
Yeah.
No, I went to play indoor soccer again after I had gotten all big from doing bodybuilding, whatever. So I'm heavy as hell. And first 5 minutes, cause like when I do it, I get all crazy and I run really fast and stuff, like get really into it, all this aggression and stuff. So I'm sprinting full on, so the momentum of my body is moving very fast. And then some kid just decides to kick both my feet out at the same time. So combined speed with no agility anymore. Indoor soccer. Yeah, so it's like extra fast. Combined with my no agility anymore, and I'm all big and dumb. So the thing I do is I just like, this is me. I just go from here, like straight to this, and then right into the ground. No rolling, no like anything that would bounce me around.
Yeah.
So I land right on my left ribs, and I break 3 of my ribs. I didn't know at the time. And then for literally like 3 to 4 weeks, I could literally like move and adjust 3 of my floating ribs. It was terrible. It was
you go to
so
the doctor though?
painful. Yeah, but they can't do anything for you, right? Because it's just your cage. You
Oh
can't-
yeah, I heard. Yeah, when you get broken ribs, you're kind of just like
You're screwed, man. You can't sleep
It's
on
meant to
either
be like
side.
super painful.
It
like,
is
broken
so
ribs are like super
terrible.
So-
people be like,
Like
oh, broken rib, and you're like, you'd know if you broke your rib.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
super
yeah.
No
like,
doubt, I
breathing
knew
probably
it.
hurts, right?
Dude, you cannot take a breath past 40%. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not exact. Yeah, you're like, and then you'd be like, okay, I need to fill my lungs.
Yeah.
You need, at a certain point,
So
you
you
just
have to hurt yourself.
Yes, you go.
That's terrible.
You make that sound.
Your story, it reminds me of, this doesn't really have
Tell me
anything
about
to do
it.
with
I wanna
injuries.
hear it.
But, so
Yeah.
I played flag football and football my whole life, right?
What's
And
flag football?
flag football is basically like
flag.
non-contact.
American
It's
football.
like you yeah.
Oh, okay, we
yeah,
call it like tag.
Pigskin or
Whatever.
No, I'm serious. We have like tag rugby. So you have
Oh,
to, instead
yeah,
of, like,
exactly.
tackling, you
Very
play-
similar.
yeah.
Yeah. So I had played that for forever at the rec centers. It's very popular here. And then so I was like, I'm gonna do, because like it was in football season, but they were playing basketball. So I was like, okay, I'll play basketball, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm playing whatever. It's like middle of the season, and my coach, he like tells me to like, you know, foul someone. Just so basically like
Yeah.
go up to him and do that. So I'm like, okay. And I was a big kid. I've always been a big kid, and this kid wasn't very big. So I just, instead of foul, I mean, it is a foul. I just
Toss
run
him.
up and legit just check him, really, and like, bam, he like hits the ground really hard, and his parents like run up to me and like, what is your? I don't know.
They
Just
want to
like,
beat you, but you're a
I
kid.
felt bad, but I was just like, it was like the case of like me not really realizing how
Grasping.
much bigger I was than him, and then just like totally, I just like, it was obvious, and like I got in so much trouble, and I was just like,
Just does a double
yeah,
backflip.
I'm
on
sorry,
that.
I felt so bad, but I was just like, they told me to foul. It's just like I almost killed the kid.
Moral of the story is, don't play tag with John.
Yeah.